Hello everybody, is the audibility absolutely fine? Am I audible to each and every one of you? Is the audibility absolutely fine, guys? Am I audible to each and every one of you?
Absolutely fine.
Yes.
Audible to each and every one of you.
Great. I think,
Is the audibility absolutely fine, guys?
yeah, I think the audibility is absolutely fine on RBR search channel. Right? Let me check on the other channel as well. Let's check on the other channel, that is Kreatryx. Currently we are live on two different channels. First RBR search channel and the other one is Kreatryx. Let's see if
Let's check on the other channel.
yes, I guess the audibility is absolutely fine on both the channels, right? So I think, I do believe the audibility is absolutely fine to all the students, right? Yeah, indeed it is. The audibility is absolutely fine. Great. I think we should start the session, shall we? If we are absolutely audible, I think if the audibility is absolutely fine, I think we should start the session, right? Great. So as I promised you guys earlier, we are on the last lap of our series. A few days back, that is almost a week back, I promised you guys that I'll be taking especially classes for GATE Aptitude 2021, and these classes will pan out for 9 days, 2 sessions daily at 8 in the morning and 10 late evening. So in the morning, I have been taking Quant and Graph. This is the 8th session in the sequence. So tomorrow it will be the last one. Not just this, at 10 in the evening, I have been taking verbal and reasoning. So today at 10 late evening, that will be the 8th session. So 8 session for Quant and 8 session for verbal till date. This is what I have taken. First of all, I want you guys to confirm me in the comment box how many of you have attended 7 out of 7 sessions. I'm talking about Quant. So how many of you have attended 7 out of 7 sessions, or at least even if you could not able to, still, sir, I have watched all the sessions. It might be possible in a few of them, because I can totally understand, and within few days you're going to have your exam. So I can totally understand that. That said, it might be because of the preparation I could not able to attend it live, but yes, indeed I was present. I could, yes, absolutely great to see, guys, right? So I'm considering then all those people who have attended all the sessions before that, I'll be taking 9 sessions. 9 sessions for Quant and 9 for verbal. This is the minimum I promised. Another thing, I do believe that you've watched this video, and these kind of small videos like videos, and I would be coming live on this channel FT Express. So if you want, you can subscribe it. The vision behind the entire FT Express is, we'll be making a YouTube channel that will be one-stop solution for all the aptitude related exams, be it job oriented exam, be it MBA, GATE, wherever aptitude comes, the content will be available. It will take almost a year for me and my team to provide you almost every single thing, so you can subscribe to FT Express as well, right? Great. And then after this, how many of you have attended yesterday's special class? Because as I told you, I have promised 9 classes of Quant, 9 classes of verbal. Other than these, I have already taken many special classes on YouTube, and then I have started classes on Unacademy app as well, right? So I have already started special classes on Unacademy app. Yesterday, that is on 28th, it was the first one. At 2 p.m. we had a session. So how many of you, just let me know how many of you have attended the session? Great, absolutely fine. I have already told you that I have already bought a course on Unacademy app. This particular time on 28th, and then today 29th, and on 30th. Overall, this course is for 6 hours, 2 hours per session, and it is absolutely free. So I'll be bringing not just this, even after this, free and paid, both the courses on Unacademy and Plus platform. Free classes, free courses, and then there are paid classes as well. I will be absolutely clear to everything, right? Whatever I bring. So today, set the reminder for this particular session. We're going to have a session at 2 p.m. The best of GATE aptitude. specially dedicated to all the 2021 genuine aspirants who really want to surpass paper, or to those students who will be appearing in 22 and 23 and just want to feel the vibes. This particular session pans out for 6 hours. As I promised, tomorrow once again we'll meet at 2 p.m. During these 6 hours, we'll be taking some genuinely high quality questions which already came in GATE, or my expectation the kind of questions will come in the near future. And third thing, we're going to discuss the strategies. What are the strategies you can have for your GATE aptitude, right? So do make sure that you don't miss this session. Lastly, like moving further, before moving further, today I'll be taking 8th session of verbal. It means till last night I have already taken 7 sessions. So how many of you have attended? I really want to know honestly. 7 out of 7 verbal reasoning sessions. 7 out of 7 verbal reasoning sessions. Absolutely great, good to see. So how many of you have attended 7 out of 7 sessions? So I do believe that if you have really attended all the sessions, are you feeling any different? Are you feeling confident now in quant and verbal section? Especially even before starting the session, I come to know that probably, sir, the verbal section is not that good. Now are we feeling confident in these sections? Great to hear that. Absolutely fine. Nice, right? So at least to somewhat, because we have a limited span of time. So great, absolutely phenomenal. So these are my credentials. I have been teaching students for the past 10 years. I have been taking classes on quant, verbal, DI, data interpretation, LR, and I love to speak on different topics. And I love to discuss about different books as well. Self-help books, whether it is teachings of Mr. Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Napoleon Hill, Viktor Frankl, different companies, books written by like Mr. Jim Collins, Taoism, Stoicism, all these kind of books. So those kind of videos will be available and are available at 7 a.m. on FT Express on daily basis. Considering the curriculum, as I told you guys, not just now, even after this, once I'm done with your session, there will be free classes, free courses and paid courses. Everything will be available on Unacademy app. For example, the one which I'm going to take today, and I have already started yesterday, this particular free course lasts for 6 hours. And do remember this link for today's session, I have already shared the link yesterday itself, and I'm again going to share even after this class, immediately after this class. The very first course which I'm going to bring on Plus platform would be from 1st of February to 5th of February. Once again, I'm repeating this. The very first course that I'm about to bring is from 1st of February to 5th of February. And this is fast forward GATE aptitude. In one single day, I'll be taking 2-hour sessions. So on 5 days, I'll be taking 10-hour sessions. Sir, what I can expect in that session? In that particular session, you can expect I will be covering entire aptitude in 10 hours. So it will give you a very good idea to all those people who have not yet started preparation, or who have already done the preparation but could not able to revise it because they already have many different subjects. That is the reason. Other than these courses, in the month of February, my many more courses will be there. Especially in these courses, you can see live classes. It will be linguistics won't be any bar. It will be bilingual, Hindi and English both. Weekly test will be there. Doubt clearing sessions will be there. Personally, I prefer Iconic because of one-to-one mentorship. Right? This is the session I was talking about. So this particular session starts from 1st of February to 5th of February. Who all can avail the benefit? First, those students who will going to appear in the 2021 GATE. So I'll be covering GATE aptitude in these 10 hours. So all those students who haven't yet prepared, they can avail the benefit. This will be a paid course. Second thing, all those people who will be appearing in GATE aptitude in 22-23 but just want to have a helicopter view in just 10 hours, they can also enroll for this particular program, right? So other than this, already on 25th of January, the course has already started for mechanical, civil and chemical engineering. If you guys want, you can enroll for the same, and to avail the maximum benefit, you can use the code ST26. ST is Saurabh Thakur, 26 is my date of birth. Not just this, for 2023 as well, a new batch, a fantastic batch has already started for mechanical and civil. So once again, you can use the same code, and that is to avail the maximum benefit. You can use ST Saurabh Thakur 26. This will really help you out, guys. For example, if you want to subscribe for plus subscription or iconic subscription, the moment you use this, you can avail the maximum benefit by using this ST26, not just plus but iconic subscription as well. So each one of you, what you can do, install an Unacademy app, so that whenever I bring a free class or free course or a paid class, you will come to know. Sir, but how am I come to know about this? The moment you start the moment you install an Unacademy app, you can follow me at Saurabh123 Thakur 25 1681. If you follow me over here, every time whenever I bring, because I have already planned many free classes, free courses and paid courses. I have planned all these things, right? Free classes, this is my promise to you guys. Free courses, that is also I can promise, and paid classes are also there. So you can come to know over here, right? The notes I have already shared, probably slightly late, but yes, the notes will be available on FT Express and Saurabh Sir Official. These are the two channels, Telegram channels, where you can see the notes. Fine. So is everybody ready? Shall we start today's session? Because today's session is going to be very, very important session. Shall we start, everybody? Is everybody here with 200% energy? Shall we start the session? Great to see, guys. Shall we start? Is everybody here with 200% energy? Nice. Right? Shall we? Great. So I think we should start today's session. You can always like, share, subscribe the session. That will help you to, like, whenever we bring a new class for you guys, you get the notification. So let's start today's session. Even before starting today's session, I want people to write them absolutely clearly. One of my favorite authors, Mr. Jim Rohn, he said this: for things to change, you have to change. I want you people to write this: for things to change, I have to change. For things to get better, I have to get better. Take full, complete responsibility and accountability of your life. It is my life. I have to take full responsibility of my life. If it is to be, it is up to me. You know what? Sometimes we all need a just new perspective, a just few tweaks in daily disciplines. Write down in the comment box: perspective is everything. One of my favorite authors said that life has absolutely no limitations except the one we make. So, who is here to stop you? When you have got infinite power, nobody can stop you. The moment you decide, I am powerful beyond measures, and now nobody can stop me. Nobody can actually stop you in that case. So decide here, right now, that this is your life. I am taking full accountability and full responsibility of my life, and I'll do it whatever it takes. Shall we start, guys? Is everybody absolutely ready? Great to see. For things to change, we have to change. For things to get better, we have to get better. Because it is not lesser problems that can bring happiness into our life. It is attainment of more skills that will surely do. So we need to become more skilled. Let's start. Let's go into another very important topic of GATE, and that is called time, speed, distance. Listen to this very, very carefully. Very important topic. Hands down, one of the most important topics in GATE aptitude is permutation, combination, probability, and time, speed, distance. These are hands down the most important topic, right? Listen to this very, very carefully. We'll be discussing this topic in a very simple language, very, very simple language, right? So to all those people who don't have any idea of time, speed, distance, absolutely fine. I don't need any idea. I'll be taking this topic right from scratch. Every single thing we'll talk whatever time allows to us, right? So when you say 1 kilometer, listen to this very, very carefully. 1 kilometer, it means 1000 meter. Absolutely. 1 hour, it means 60 into 60 second. That is also fine. So if we divide this, what we're going to get? We will going to get 1 kilometer per hour. I want you people to be 100% focused over here. Don't miss anything. Next 2 hours are mine, right? So these next 2 hours are mine. So you have to be absolutely focused. Whatever I say, just write all those information, whatever you feel is really worthy enough, Rest is up to you. So 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 1000 upon 60 into 60 meter per second. And if you cut this, what you will going to get? 5 by 18 meter per second. But after this, I want you people to remember this. Sir, what do you want us to remember? I want you guys to remember 1 kilometer per hour is 5 by 18 meter per second. I think now the board is fine. I have taken the black, absolutely black one, because you guys said, sir, can we take the black one, right? Great. So 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Right? Do make sure small notes, right? Make sure you write small stuffs, notes. These are important, guys. And if you change this, so change like how 1 meter per second, you will going to get 18 upon 5 kilometer per hour. Right? In case of any reservations, any doubt, you can always post in the comment box. Live chat, even if I could not able to see right now, I always watch my videos. My videos are most watched by, you know whom? By myself. I am the one who is the strongest critique of my own videos. There's a notebook I update it every single time I watch my videos. Right? What I could have done better, what is that is missing, what a person has asked, what a person has said, I watch every single video of mine. Right? So if you ask me at this particular time what you've said, so at this instant you said this thing, so I do remember. Right? So this is the stuff. Now, you won't believe, in certain exams, listen to this very, very carefully, I'll be going right from scratch. So even if you don't have any idea, please write every single thing, whatever I say to you guys, right? Especially in your public sector exams, after this, you'll be appearing in Vizag Steel and all those exams, right? They ask the basic conversion from kilometer per hour to meter per second and meter per second to kilometer per hour. Sir, example, sir. Let's see an example. There is a train, okay? Listen to these guys. In a very, very simple terms, we're going to have a discussion. So there is a train. Great. There is a train. And this train runs at a speed of 45 kilometer per hour. This is not my question. You won't believe, in one of the competitive exams, they just asked if the speed of the train is 45 kilometer per hour. What will its speed be in terms of meter per second? I will give you 45 seconds to tell me the answer. We already know that 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. To all those people who don't have any idea of time, speed, distance, I don't want you guys to have any idea. That's absolutely fine. Any which ways, I'm starting right from scratch. So do make sure you jot every single piece of information. Go ahead, make it fast, guys, make it fast. Please take a class on Sonam Kumari. Sonam, I have taken, like I have given you an overview, and in today at 2 p.m. Sonam, I'll be taking some special questions from PNC and probability. Okay, Sonam. So PNC and probability less. कैसे कॉन्फिडेंस आए, आंसर गलत हो जाता है? नहीं होंगे सचिन, एंड आई विल बी टेकिंग सम स्पेशल क्लासेस टुडे इटसेल्फ, डोंट वरी, एट 2 p.m. राइट? हु वाज दिस? सचिन, फाइन. Sonam Kumar is Sachin. Who said? Kundan Kumar, work and time also, sir, I will take, don't worry, I'll take work and time. Work and time is the easiest topic. The easiest topic of aptitude is work and time. I'll take that. Absolutely correct. This is not my question. This is a very basic question, but a very, very simple question, very nice question. So if you want to convert into meter per second, 45 into 5 by 18, fabulous. So this would be 12.5 meter per second. We'll go on a very smooth ride today. You're going to enjoy the ride today, right? So make sure you write every single, that is the thing you need to make sure of, right? The information you don't write will not going to help you, right? Great. So it was a very nice basic point. Almost everybody got the answer, right? Shall we proceed further, guys? Make it fast. Why there is no energy? 200% energy, guys. We want 200% energy. Are we ready? Are we ready with 200% energy? Are you guys feeling any scared of like, sir, I'm about to face my competitive exam? That's absolutely fine. Sir, what if What if I cannot able to do really good in exam? What if all those things? If you are really my student, in almost in every single class, I told you something. And that thing I have straight away taken from Stoicism, especially from Marcus Aurelius' quote, especially from Epictetus' discourse. What did I say to you? The most important thing in life is to decipher things which is within my control and things which are beyond my control. Is the result within your control? No. So if you keep on thinking about, if you keep on pondering about the result, that will give you anxiety. So what is within your control? Putting up the best shot, giving your best. So focus on that. Any which ways, even if you think about result, that will not going to fetch you any good deed. So what is under your control? So whatever thing which is within your control, over there, control your action, and the things which are beyond your control, try to control your response. Is it good enough? It is, right? So don't get scared. Just keep up the good work what you have done till date, right? Great. You guys won't believe. Once in one of the competitive exam, they said this very basic, absolutely laddu question. What was that? They said there is a car. Okay. So they said there is a car. They said there is a car. This is a car. Okay. And then what? See, the speciality of this car is, this car covers 500 meter in 50 seconds. Even before writing anything further, why time speed distance is such a beautiful topic? Only 3 variables. Distance is equals to speed into time. That is it. And then there are stories which we're going to talk about. So in this particular question, in one of the competitive exam, they've said that this particular car covers 500 meter in 50 seconds. So find its speed in kilometer per hour. That is it. Find its speed in kilometer per hour. What will be its speed in kilometer per hour? Make it fast, guys. Take 30 seconds and mark the answer, please. 30 seconds, guys. It is the fight that is important. Indeed, it is. Yeah. Absolutely. So make it fast, guys. We want an answer in kilometer per hour. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Make it fast. Make it fast. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So what is the distance? The distance is 500 meter. What is the speed? The speed is 50. So it means speed is equals to distance upon time, 500 upon 50. This would be 10 meter per second. But as we are looking for the answer in kilometer per hour, and that is why 18 upon 5. And thus the answer pans out to be 36 kilometer per hour. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you guys? Come on. Very nice. Gradually and slowly will increase the level of difficulty. Very, very gradually. Very, very slowly. Enjoy these 2 hours. Right? Well done. Well done. Absolutely perfect. Now, there are many different ways to teach this topic. If you really ask me, one of my favorite topics is permutation, combination, probability, and time speed distance. Right? So these are my favorite topics. Because I do believe that if you have a good hold on a few topics like permutation, combination, probability, this time, speed, distance, and number system. Actually, the entire quant is number system. But if you have a good hold on these topics, more or less, your entire quant will be really good. Right? So there are different ways any teacher, any aptitude teacher teaches time, speed, distance. And everyone teaches in a very nice way. With all due respect, my way of teaching time, speed, distance I bifurcate this topic in 3 different parts. Now listen to this. We are about to start the topic. That includes first, average speed. Second, time difference. Third, relative speed. And then there is something called boats and streams. Right? So the way I take this topic, with our very first topic in time, speed, distance is average speed. I want people to write this. Average speed. This is the very first topic. Average speed. This is the first topic. Right? This is how I take this topic. Right? There can be 100 different ways, 100 different teachers can take this topic. I want people to be 200% focused over here. This is my promise to you guys. In the next 2 hours, in the next 90 minutes, even if you don't have slightest of idea of this topic, I will not say that in the 90 minutes you're going to have an amazing level of confidence, but in 90 minutes, even if you don't have any idea of this topic, you will get a good, you'll get a good confidence on this particular topic, how to approach this topic. And if you have slight idea of this topic, then you can really feel confident on this topic. Listen to this very, very carefully. Let us suppose you are standing at this point A, and then you started your journey, you moved to B, and then furthermore you moved to C, and then furthermore you moved to D, and so on. This journey, you continued your journey. When you were moving like this, your speed was S1 in the time duration T1, A to B. From B to C, your speed was S2, time duration T2. Listen to this very, very carefully, because I cannot able to repeat, we have limited span of time. So from C to D, S3 and T3, and so on, Sn and Tn. I want you guys to be absolutely focused over here. What is the meaning of this word average speed? The moment when someone says average speed, in short I have written AV, average speed. What is the meaning of this thing? Average speed, I want you people to write it, total distance traveled upon total time taken. You can write it in absolute detail. I need to save some time as well. So what is average speed? Average speed is total distance traveled upon total time taken. That's great. We also know that distance is equals to speed into time. Why I have said this? Because currently we are not aware of the distance. But what is that we are aware of is S1 T1, that's great, S2 T2, okay, phenomenal, and so on till Sn Tn. Divide by S1 plus S2 plus S3 up to Sn. That's nice. That's not a bad idea. I want you people to write this. Average speed in very simple terms means total distance traveled upon total time taken. And draw this. S1 T1, S2 T2 plus obviously S1 T1 plus S2 T2 plus S3 T3 and so on. Divide by T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to Tn. Has everybody written this? Is it fine, guys? Your GATE, your IIT has already asked this question, right? Yes, indeed this will be. Right? Is it fine? Is it clear to each and every one of you? The example that I am going to take, you won't believe this. The example that I am going to take, I have already taken this example. I used to take this example, and one of my videos there, I have shot that video in the year 2016. And in the year 2016, I have given the example, and you won't believe, the very same example with the very same data was asked in your engineering services. The first comment, which I think we have pinned that comment, the person who appeared in engineering services, he said, sir, the very same question was asked in engineering services, and if you want, you can cross-check it. And this was the question. If you want, you can cross-check the question. Sir, what was the question? The question was, listen to this, guys. 1, 2, 3. This is the third question. There is a bird. That's nice. There is a bird. Okay. What this bird does, I want the people to be absolutely focused, right? There's a bird. This bird travels from A, and then there is a distance B, which is 100 kilometers away, then to C, 100 kilometers, then to D, and then finally to E. And this bird finishes her travel. During this time, and I want people to draw every single thing, right? You know what? The key in time, speed, distance is drawing. Mark my words. If you draw almost every single question, very rarely you will falter in any question. So there is the bird which starts his journey and moves from A to B. Sir, what is the distance? 100 kilometer. A to B is 100 kilometer. And then this bird moves from B to C. Okay. And thus this bird covers another 100 kilometer. That's nice. And then this bird moves from C to D and covers another 100 kilometer. Okay. And then this bird moves from D to E and covers another 100 kilometer. And one more thing, to those people who will be appearing in GATE on 6th, 7th and after that, I will be bringing paper discussion of the GATE paper. Don't worry. Alright. So I will announce that on YouTube as well as on Telegram as well. So I will be bringing the paper discussion, actual paper discussion of a GATE paper. So we'll take the memory based question from 6th and on 6th, 7th, and then we'll have a discussion as well, right? Okay, fine, let's come back to this. After this, when this bird was traveling the first 100 kilometer, the speed was, what was its speed? 100 kilometer per hour. That's quite a lot actually. And then for the second 100 kilometer, bird's speed was 200 kilometer per hour. Okay. Then for the third 300 kilometer per hour, this bird transformed into a bullet train. And finally, for the fourth 100 kilometer, the bird was traveling at a speed of 400 kilometer per hour. Great. What has been asked after this diagram, after all these things? What is that has been asked? We have been asked what is the average speed. I will give you guys questions, don't worry, I'll give you the question based on this. The only meaning of this word average speed is total distance traveled upon total time taken. Can everybody able to understand whatever we are discussing? Is till now everybody clear with every single piece of information? Yeah, total distance traveled upon total time taken. That's what I said. Average speed, yeah, distance upon time. So, क्या आएगा फिर time नहीं आएगा तो, right? What is that? कहीं पे कुछ लिखा गया मैंने? Oh, sorry. यहाँ पे मैंने by the way लिख दिया time. Oh, very sorry यार, very sorry. It is time. By the way लिख दिया मैंने, by the way. I'm really very sorry. T1, T2, Tn. Yeah, बिल्कुल सही है. By the way लिख दिया मैंने. सही. Yeah. T1, T2, yeah, total distance traveled upon total time taken. मैंने शायद यहाँ पे बोला भी, I said this total time taken and somehow I have written, yeah, I have told you total time taken, but somehow I have written. I'm really sorry. Yeah, take. Right? So, coming back to this. So, total distance traveled. I want people to tell me the total distance traveled. What is this total distance traveled? Total distance traveled is 100 kilometer plus 100, 200 plus 100, 300 and plus 100, 400. Is it clear, everybody? That's nice. But the problem is we don't have time. Be it, let's leave with that. Even if you don't have time, that's fine. We know that distance is equals to speed into time. So what is the time? Distance upon speed. So what is that we can do? Distance is 100 upon speed, that is 100. Distance is 100 upon 200. Distance is 100 upon 300. Distance is 100 upon 400. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 192. 192 kilometer per hour. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Put up a double star on this. The same question came in Vizag Steel as well. Fantastic. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right. So I guess it is clear to each and every one of you. Is it fine? Great. 2013 IIT Bombay made the paper. And they asked a question about what? About average speed. What is that we are aware of? We know average speed is total distance traveled upon total time taken. What is that we are aware of? Average speed is total distance traveled upon total time taken. Although I myself have written S, but that was an honest mistake. This has to be time, right? That was an honest mistake. In the year 2013, IIT Bombay had asked this question. 2013 IIT Bombay. Sir, what's the question they have asked? I'll let you know. Be ready, because either you will go to solve this question or I'm going to leave this question as such. Right? Listen to this. There's a car which has traveled 8 kilometers. Right? So the language is, there is a car and this car has traveled a distance of 8 kilometers. And look at the language. This car has traveled a distance of 8 kilometers. in first quarter of an hour. I don't know the meaning of this. In first quarter of an hour. Anyone who can tell me what is the meaning of this? How many minutes in first quarter of an hour? And then the same car travels a distance of 6 kilometers in second quarter of an hour. I don't know how much that is. And finally, this car covers a distance of 16 kilometers in third quarter of the hour. What is the meaning of this quarter of an hour? Yes, quarter means 1/4. Quarter stands for 1/4. Quarter of an hour, it means 1/4 of 60 minutes, that is 15 minutes. That is 15 minutes. It means that this car travels 8 kilometers. Let us suppose this car started its journey at the stroke of 9, just to make you understand. Let us suppose this car started its journey at the stroke of 9. It means from 9 to 9:15, from 9 to 9:15, this is what is given. This car traveled 8 kilometers. From 9:15 to 9:30, this car traveled 6 kilometers. And from 9:30 to 9:45, this car traveled a distance of 16 kilometers. The question that is asked to you absolutely directly is find the average speed of the car. Can you find the answer? Find the average speed of the car. Go ahead. Don't take more than 45 seconds. Don't take more than 45 seconds, guys. I want the answer in 45 seconds, not more than that. Either you will going to tell me the answer or we'll leave this question. Great. Nice. So, what is the answer? The answer, I want the final verdict. What is the final answer, guys? Make it fast, make it fast, make it fast. So, what is the average speed? The average speed is equals to, let's take this color. Total distance traveled upon total time taken. That's it. What is the total distance? 8 plus 6 plus 16. Right? So, this is the total distance traveled. That's nice. What is the total time taken? Any which ways, like 15 minutes, 15 minutes and 15 minutes. That is 45 minutes. That is 45 minutes. But we want to solve this in kilometer per hour, and that is why I am dividing it by 60. I think this is clear. So overall this is 30, this distance is 30. 45 on 60, that is 3 by 4. So this is 4 by 3 and thus 4040 kilometer per hour. Is it clear to each and every one of you? How many of you have got the correct answer? Make it fast, guys. How many of you have got the correct answer? Yes. Well done. Next. Arnav the Rock. Great. Abhay, Kayum, Hemant. Many of you have got the correct answer. Well done. So I think it is absolutely clear. Shall we proceed, guys? In the very same year, that is, once again in the year 2013, IIT Bombay made the paper, and in the year 2013, this is what they have, this is the question they have given. There's a tourist. There is a tourist. Let me draw this. They haven't given this figure. I'm just letting you know this figure. But let's draw this figure together. There's a tourist. What this guy does? This tourist covers half of the. This is a tourist. There is a tourist. This tourist covers half of the distance. Half of what? Let us suppose the total distance this guy covers is X kilometer. So this guy covers half of the distance. Let's take a very nice color, C. Let's take this as C. So this guy covers half of the distance. It means this, X by 2 kilometers. So they have said that this tourist covers half of the distance. This tourist covers half of the distance using train. And this train, there is a train, and this train runs at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. You have to give the answer. Do remember this. Either you will give the answer or I'll leave the question. Then after this it has been said that, and this tourist covers half of the remainder. So the half distance was X by 2. So half of the remainder, it means X by 4, of course. half of the remainder. Let's take this as D. So this tourist covers half of the remainder at a speed of 3030 km per hour using a bus. Using a bus. What is the speed? 30 km per hour. Yes. And then finally this guy covers the last 10 kilometer, the last x by 2 kilometer on a bicycle at a speed of 10 km per hour. What has been asked? Once again, the average speed. Can anybody tell me the answer? There is a tourist who covers total x kilometer per hour, x kilometer distance, I'm sorry. The first half, the exact half of the total distance he covered on a train, and whose speed was, is it fine? Whose speed was, the speed of the train was 6060 km per hour. This is my surety to you. After these 2 hours, you will feel somewhat confident in time distance. So don't get defocused. I want the people to be absolutely focused on whatever we are discussing, right? Yeah. So he covers the first half, the half of the distance at a speed of 60 km per hour on a train, and after that he covers the half of the remaining distance. So the remaining distance was half x by 2, half of the remaining on a bus, that is x by 4 on a bus at a speed of 30 km per hour, and finally the last x by 4 distance he covers at a speed of 10 km per hour. What has been asked? It has been asked to find what? The average speed throughout the journey. What is that you guys have written? What is the speed? Great. Nice. So what is the average speed? Let's see this. Now the average speed, what is that we are aware of? Average speed is equals to total distance traveled upon total time taken. What is the total distance traveled? Anyways, in whatever format this guy has covered, ultimately he has covered this x kilometer. And what is the time taken? We are not aware of the time, but what we are aware of is distance is equals to speed into time, and thus time is equals to distance upon speed. And if this is the case, then we can clearly write that the first this x by 2 into 6060 km per hour. Okay. X by 4 into this 30 km per hour. I'm sorry. 30 km per hour plus x by 4 into what is that? 10 km per hour. Is it fine, everybody? Shall we find the answer? Can we find the answer? Can we find the answer? 2424 km per hour. Absolutely correct. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right. Absolutely correct. 2424 km per hour. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Both the questions, right. Both the questions that you've told the answer, these were not my questions. These questions were asked in your GATE exam. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Very nice. I want you guys to write one more point in average speed. And what is that? But don't write it directly. We will write a note actually. Let's write a note in average speed. In case of average speed, I want you people to write a note here for average speed. And what is that note? Let us suppose, let's take someone. Let's take the Rock. Here is the guy, the Rock. Here the Rock. You have taken the name the Rock. अगर हम कभी लाइफ में मिले तो अगर आप 100 ग्राम के निकले तो इतना फोड़ेंगे ना हम लोग. रॉक मतलब फिर रॉक होना चाहिए है ना, सिर्फ द रॉक नाम नहीं है अपने को. ठीक है. So this is the guy. This is our friend the Rock, right? So this guy went from A to point B. right? And when he went from A to B, his speed was, the distance was d kilometer. The distance was d kilometer. And when he moved from A to B, when he moved from A to B, his speed was x kilometer per hour. X kilometer per hour. And when he came from B to A, his speed was y kilometer per hour. Make sure you use multiple color pens, right? So when this guy, the rock, moved from A to B, his speed was x kilometer per hour, and from B to A, his speed was y kilometer per hour. In which ways he was covering d distance. The distance between A and B is d. What is that we are aware of? What is that we know? We know that average speed is equals to, what is average speed? Total distance traveled upon total time taken. Don't miss any single piece of information, guys. The information you won't focus won't help you, right? So total distance traveled, this guy traveled d distance and then d distance he came back. Time, we don't have time, but what is that we are aware of? When distance is equals to speed into time, time must be equals to distance upon speed. So here we can see that distance upon speed, so d by x plus d by y. That's nice. That's pretty interesting, because ultimately this answer pans out to be 2 times of xy divided by x plus y kilometer per hour. 2 times of xy divided by x plus y kilometer per hour. Is it fine, everybody? I want you people to write this. From my side, put up a single star on this. Sir, why single star? Because GATE has already asked, IIT has already asked a question on this. 2 times of x into y divided by x plus y kilometer per hour. Is it clear to all? If you've covered the same distance, शुभम चौधरी, क्या घटिया जोक मारा तुमने, एकदम बैन कर देगा यूट्यूब तुम्हें. Is it fine, everybody? So 2 times of xy divided by x plus y. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. You won't believe, in one of the exam, they have asked this. There is a guy who was traveling from Delhi to Noida. There's a guy who is traveling from Delhi to Noida. There is a guy who is traveling from Delhi to Noida. I want people to see this first. There's a guy who is traveling from Delhi. This is not the question which was asked in your exam. I will let you know the question which was asked in your exam. There is a guy who has traveled from Delhi to Noida. When he was traveling from Delhi to Noida, his speed was 30 km per hour. His speed was 30 km per hour. And when he came back, his speed was 70 km per hour. Can in 10 seconds, can anybody let me know what is the average speed throughout the journey? In the 10 seconds, can anyone let me know what is the average speed throughout the journey? Velocity, yeah, who asked that? Rishi and to other people as well. In aptitude, there is nothing like scalar and vector. Whether it is written speed, whether it is written velocity, everything is same. Fine? So it is absolutely same. There is no problem. Yeah, so what is the answer? We know that it is 2 times of xy divided by x plus y. So this is 2 times of 30 into 70 divided by 30 plus 70, that is 100. So overall this is 4242 km per hour. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? I think it is clear, right? Shall we proceed further? Sir, but these are just 2 basic questions. 2018, IIT Guwahati made the paper. 2018, IIT Guwahati made the paper. And this is what they said. Forget about the entire story. They said there is a car which was traveling from A to B. The long story short, this is what they said. There is a car which is moving from A to B. And when this car was moving from A to B, its speed was, when it was going from A to B, its speed was 60 km per hour. And when it was coming back, its speed was 90 km per hour. Right? You need to find the average speed. You need to find the average speed. Can we do it? Can we find the answer? Yes, well done. Make it fast, guys, make it fast. Make it fast, guys. Right. Absolutely correct. Well done. Nice, nice. This is not my question. This question was asked by IIT Guwahati in the year 2018. Right. So ultimately, this is 2 times of xy divided by x plus y. That is 2 times of 6060 into 9090 upon 6060 plus 9090. So all in all, this pans out to be 72 kilometer per hour. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, guys? Great. Well done. Fine. Great. Is it clear till now? Shall we proceed further? This is what average speed was. Shall we proceed any further? Right. Long back, Marcus Aurelius once said that change is inevitable. And not just change is inevitable, change is the inevitable reality of life. Not just change is inevitable reality of life. Listen to this very carefully. Change is just change. It is neither good nor bad. It is the perspective, it is our perspective which decides whether the change is good or bad. Lao Tzu once said that when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. What is the meaning of this? It means if you really want to achieve something remarkable in life, you have to transform yourself. You have to evolve as an individual. At times, we just cling upon with our past. Don't forget that nostalgia is a sweet liar. We need to come out of our past. We need to come out of our comfort zone. I want people to write this. Never let your fear decide your future. I will never let my fear decide my future. I want people to write this. I will never let my fear decide my future. I will never let my fear decide my future. Life is to evolve. We need to evolve with every single passing day. Year teaches us what days can't. But these are the times that are really crucial. It is not the mountain that we conquer, but it is ourselves. That is the most important thing. Absolutely correct. Shall we proceed further, guys? Shall we proceed further? Great. I think we should. Immediately after average speed, I want the people to write what we say time difference. What I call time difference. I will talk about this time difference, but in a while. Before that, let's take a very basic example. What kind of basic example? Listen to this. Let us suppose this is your house, right? This is where you stay, and then this is your school, college, or office, whatever you want. So let us suppose every single day you start from your home and you go to your office, right? Listen to this very, very carefully. I need some time to explain this because I'll be explaining this particular question twice. First, I'll explain this in detail, and second, we'll talk in terms of time difference, and then I'll let you know why time difference is important. So this is you. So what do? You take your bike and start driving towards your office or college. Great. You reach your office, and what you found? You found that whenever I draw at a speed of 2020 kilometer per hour, this is what you found. You reached your office 5 minutes late. On the contrary, whenever you used to draw at a speed of 30 kilometer per hour, you reached your office 5 minutes early. So this was your observation. What was the observation? You found that whenever you draw at a speed of, whenever you draw your bike, whenever you ride your bike at 20 km/h, you reached your office 5 minutes late, and whenever you ride your bike at 30 km/h, you reached your office 5 minutes early. We'll see this question in two parts, in two different ways, but let's start right from the beginning. Let us suppose the distance from your home to your office is capital T. Let's first of all see this question in detail. Capital T. Okay, fine. Let us suppose the ideal time you take to reach from your home to office is small t. So what is that which is given over here? This is what is given. Capital D. Any which ways you are covering the distance capital D. That's fine. Any ways you are covering the distance capital D. What we know, please everybody focus over here. We know distance is equals to speed into time. So what is the speed? In the very first case, when the speed was 20 kilometers, it has been found that the regular time taken by you was t, but when the speed of was 20 km/h, you take 5 minutes more, and I have converted in hours. When your speed was 30 km/h, you take 5 minutes less. You take 5 minutes less. Listen to this guy. So whenever you are driving from your home to your office at a speed of 20 km/h, you reach your office 5 minutes late, and when you are driving at a speed of 30 km/h, you reach your office 5 minutes early. That's fine. But in both the cases, we can clearly see that the left hand side is distance. It means if we want, you can actually equate the right hand side. And what is that and how we can do that? 2020 into t minus 5 by 60 is equals to 3030 into t plus t minus 5 by 60. And if you solve this, t 30 25 minutes. So you will going to get 25 minutes. If you take this this is a very traditional approach, and I'll let you know my approach as well, don't worry. And you've got 25 minutes, and if you take this 25 minutes, put it in either of the two equations, what you'll get, either of this equation, equation number first or equation number second, what you will get, distance is equals to, for example, 20 t, that is 25 divided by 60 plus 5 by 60. Ultimately the distance from your home to your office or college is 10 kilometer. This what I've written is a very traditional approach, and I will let you know my approach as well. First of all, is it clear to each and every one of you? Sir, what was given? What was given? Sir, what was given? It was given that I drive my bike from my home to office at a speed of 20 km/h. And I reach off my office at 5 minutes late, but when I draw it at a speed of 30 km/h, I reach my office 5 minutes early. It has been asked that, what do you think, what is the distance between my home and my office? So this is what we've seen. I said, let us suppose the distance between your home and office is d, and let the ideal time taken by you is small t. Small t means when you reach the office at the stroke of time. But here what is happening, when you are driving at a speed of 20 km/h, you are getting late. This plus sign is telling us that you are getting late by 5 minutes. But when you are driving at a speed of 30 km/h, you are reaching your office early. This minus sign tells that you are reaching early, 5 minutes early. And thus left hand side is same. When we equated it, we found time. Ideally you take 25. That is the ideal time for you to reach your office. And thus the distance comes out to be 10 km. First of all, it is clear. Is it clear, everybody? And then we'll take another one. Now, then I'll tell you the very same question in my way, right? Is it fine, everybody? Great. Is it clear? Very traditional approach, right? Very orthodox approach. Sir, is it incorrect? No, I've never said it is incorrect. I said it's an orthodox approach. It's a very traditional approach. Now let's see one more thing. I I have written time difference over here. What is this first of all? Then we'll use a new approach. Listen to this. Let me draw a clock over here. And let me write 9 a.m. Sir, why have you written 9 a.m.? It looks good. 90 degree, 9 a.m. It very symmetrical. It makes you understand nicely. Sir, but is it mandatory to take 9 a.m.? No, don't take 9 a.m. If you want, you can take 10 a.m. If you want, you can take 10 a.m., 37 minutes, 35 seconds. But you have to solve that, right? I'm comfortable with my 9 a.m. So, coming back to this, let us suppose, ideally, don't miss anything. It will take me around about 2 to 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Listen to this, listen to every single information, whatever is here. Let us suppose you move a distance, you cover a distance of capital D, you drive your bike at a speed of s km/h, and you take t hours to reach your office, and you reach your office at the stroke of 9, and this is the ideal time to reach the office. This is the ideal time to reach the office. But let us suppose, if you decide, no man, I need to decrease my speed. Why? I don't want to go to college. I don't want to go to office. And thus what happened? The time taken increased and you reached your office 10 minutes late. Now, what is that I want you to write? You reached your office 10 minutes late. That's not the problem. The point is, I want you to use this 9 minutes. Give it a frame of reference. So what does that mean? Although you reached your office 10 minutes late, right? Forget about it. Give it a frame of reference. If ideally you should have reached your office at 9, and when you're saying that you reached your office 10 minutes late, what is the meaning of this? It means you reached your office at 9:10. So the difference between these two times is the time difference. Excuse me, very sorry. So the difference between these two times, so the difference between these two times is actually time difference, and that is 9:10 minus 9 upon this. Is it clear? Exactly what has happened over here? What has happened is, total distance we have covered is d. The distance is same in both the cases. Why this has happened? I will tell you one more approach after this, but we need to be very, you need to understand this first. Why you were reaching at 9? Because you were driving at a speed of s. Then what happened? Then you were driving at a speed of s1. That is why this has happened. That's nice. Let's take another situation. You really wanted to go to your office very early. You really want to work hard, or you really want to go to your college, and thus you increased your speed. Let me take S1 dash. Here I have taken S1, and thus you have increased the speed, and therefore the time taken actually decreased. And let us suppose you reached your office 15 minutes early. That's nice. So ideally, what was the time to reach office? Ideally the time was 9 a.m. Here what happened? You reached your office at 8:45 a.m. What is that I'm saying is time difference? 9 the ideal time and 8:45. Right now you reached your office at this time. What is the difference between the two? The difference between the two is 15 minutes. That's not a problem. But what has happened? In any ways, you were covering, in both these cases, you were covering d distance. Okay. Here what was happening? You were driving at a speed of s. Here what is happening? You were driving at a speed of s1 dash. This is not at all a bad idea. Well, anyways, we'll see the example. You know what happens at times? At times they give you two different situations. Driving at a particular speed, a person reaches his office 5 minutes early and 5 minutes late. Driving at a particular speed, a person reaches his office at 10 minutes late. Driving at another speed, he reaches his office 20 minutes late. Every single situation we can consider time difference. First of all, is it clear? And then we'll take the examples. Is it clear till now? No. We have taken 9 as an example. Panditji, we have taken just an example. Let us suppose ideally you reach at 9. I told you this. Let us suppose you are reaching at 9. That's the point. Let's take some examples. I'll further break this question. So first you need to understand time difference. See, this is what has been told. This is the example number 1. Let us suppose this is you, right? So it has been found that when you are walking at 5/7 of your usual speed, 5/7 of your usual speed, you reach your office 16 minutes late. Five by 7th, obviously you have decreased the speed. So it has been told that walking at 5/7 of the usual speed, you reached your office 16 minutes late. So it has been asked that what is your usual time taken to reach the office? Forget about this now. Sir, what do you want? Now listen to this. I want you guys to draw 9 a.m. Let us suppose your ideal time to reach office is 9 a.m. Write it in the comment box. Then what is the meaning of 16 minutes late? At what time you actually reach the office? Let us suppose ideally you reach your office at 9. But today when you are 16 minutes late, so at what time you reached your office? Go ahead. Make it fast, guys. Make it fast. Absolutely. You have reached your office at 9:16. So what is that we can do? 9:16 minus 9 is equals to 16 minutes. Is it fine, everybody? 9:16 minus 9 is 16. In both the cases, you are covering this distance of d. The speed was s when you were reaching at 9, and today at your speed, you have decreased your speed to 5/7s. Just to make you understand, I am writing every single line so that you can understand in a much, absolutely proper way. D by s, 7/5 minus 1. So this is 7/5 minus 1, and this is 16/60. Ultimately, what is that? What is d by s? Time. That is what it is. So this is 2/5 and this is 16/60. Fantastic. So it means time is 4040 minutes. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Yes. So the actual time taken to reach the office is 4040 minutes. What exactly has happened? Here in this case, the example I have written and the approach I am telling you guys, I have seen in the past that there are students who are fabulous in algebra. They love to make equations. But to all those students who feel any problem, what we've done, we have converted the topic from algebra to arithmetics. Arithmetics is a topic which is comparatively far easier than algebra. So what is that we've done? Instead of making any kind of equation, what is that we've done? Ideally, the person reaches office at 9. So we have used this adjective, 16 minutes late. What does that mean? 9:16. And take the difference. And solve it. That's it. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Make it fast, guys. Make it fast. We cannot go this slow. So when this guy was moving at a speed of 5/7, he was 16 minutes late. So what is the original time taken? The original time was 4040 minutes. I think we have understood this. And anyways, I'm going to tell you one more method. But just before that, just get acquainted with this. Right? Shall I give you one example? Let's take one example. Let us suppose in the similar kind of situation, what is that you are doing? So one day, what you've decided, I should increase my speed, and today you were traveling at a speed of 12/7 of your usual speed, resulting you reach your office 5 minutes early. I want you people to find this. What is your ideal time to reach the office? Go ahead, make it fast, guys. Driving at 12/11 of your usual speed, you reached your office 5 minutes early. What is the original time? What is the original time taken to reach the office? Make it fast, guys. Make it fast, everybody. Make it fast. We have to solve this on our own. Make it fast, guys. Come on, make it fast. Absolutely. Well done. Furthermore, we want more answers. Nice. So what is that? What is the answer? I said in these cases draw a clock. Let us suppose the person reaches office. This is the ideal time. So what is happening over here? When you are saying that 5 minutes early, it means the person is reaching at 8:55 a.m. That's it. This can give you a very good idea, like 9 a.m. minus 8:55 a.m. and this is 5 minutes. That's it. That is it, and that is what the time difference is. That here we can see the difference between the two times. So this is happening because of distance upon speed, and in this case 8:55. Why this happened? Because the person has decided to travel at a speed of 12 by 11 s, and this is equals to 5 by 60. Absolutely perfect. So we can take this d by s common. That pans out to be t 1 minus 11 upon 12, and this is 5 by 60. And here we can see that 60 minutes, that is 1 hour. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? So this is not a bad idea to draw a clock over there. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Absolutely. Good. Well done. Right? So draw a clock, and thus the answer will be automatically visible. Fine. Let me give you another example. I want people to solve this on your own. Fine. Once again, this is you. And what do you observe that when you are driving from your home to office, this is what you have observed. You observe that when you are driving at a speed of 60 km per hour, you were reaching your office 10 minutes late. On the contrary, when you are driving at a speed of 40 km per hour, you were reaching your office 16 minutes late. You need to find the actual distance between your home and your office. Once again, I am saying the very same thing. Draw a clock here. Let us suppose your ideal time is 9 a.m. If the ideal time is 9 a.m., when you are reaching office 10 minutes late, what is the meaning of this? You are reaching offices at 9:10 a.m. When you are reaching office 16 minutes late, what is the meaning of this? It means at 9:16 a.m. So can we find the difference between the two? Of course we can. 9:16 minus 9:10, and this is equals to 6 minutes. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Can we find the answer? Make it fast, guys. Well done. Absolutely. All right. Absolutely perfect. Is it clear to each and every one of you? What is the answer? The distance is D. The distance is obviously same in both the cases. Why you are reaching at 16 minutes late? Because you are driving at 40, 60 and 6 by 10. Oh, sorry. 6 by 60. So what is the answer? The distance comes out to be, make it fast, guys. You need to be slightly quicker. Make it fast, guys. We need to go slightly faster so that we can understand we need to cover as much information as possible. That will be really helpful for you guys. That is why. Right? What is the distance? Make it fast, Right. Great. So I do consider that you have got the answer. Now listen to this. You can get the answer, that's not a problem. Find the distance, please. Now listen to this. If you remember, when I was discussing percentage, there was one thing I told you guys. When we were discussing percentage, this is what I told you. What is that I told you? Expenditure is equals to price into consumption. And in this I told you, if the price increases, the consumption has to decrease, and when the price decreases, the consumption has to increase such that the expenditure remains constant. Do you all remember this, that we've already discussed this? Do you remember this, that we had a discussion on the same? Is everybody aware of this, that we had a discussion on this? Absolutely. And then after this, I said to you guys, the exactly same thing is valid in case of distance. Distance is equals to speed into time, revenue is equals to price into sale, area is equals to length into breadth, and these cases, all these cases, right? So when the speed increases, the time has to decrease, and when the speed decreases, the time has to increase such that the distance remain constant. Yeah, obviously. But you know what? That is what is happening in these cases. Every single time I said, let us suppose you are walking from your home to your office. Then there were two situations given. Listen to this listen to this and don't get defocused, right? So it means when you are moving from your home to your office, and I have given you two, although I have given you two situations, but you know what, the distance is constant. Yeah, absolutely constant. There's no problem with this. And if the distance is constant, can we use the concept that we've used over there? Like what? Now listen to this. I want people to listen to this very, very carefully. I want this color. What has been given to us? This is what you were doing. You were driving at a speed of 5/7 of his usual speed. What is the meaning of this? When you said you are driving at a speed of 5/7, listen to this very, very carefully. We know distance is equals to speed into time. And when we say that you are driving at a speed of 5/7, it automatically means that the time taken would be 7/5. Sir, how do you know this? I know this because then only you can cancel this. And that is how this distance can be constant. Right? Right. So I think first of all, we agree with this. So whatever the speed is, we need exact reciprocal of that in case of time. Right? But what is the meaning of 7/5t? Listen to this very, very carefully. This is what it means. 5 plus 2/5t. But what is that? 5/5 is basically t, and then there is 2/5. Sir, what is this you are writing? Listen to this. Here, whatever I have written, this t is the actual time. And this 2/5t is something which is causing this lag. All in all, 2/5t is 16 minutes, and thus t is equals to 40 minutes. Game over, question finished in 10 seconds. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine to each and every one of you? Listen to this once again. The speed was 5/7, and thus the time can be exact reciprocal, right? And that is why 7/5. Because the time was 7/5, that is not important. The important thing is, what is the meaning of 7/5t? When you say 7/5, what is that? What does that mean? It means 5 plus 2/5. That is what 7/5 is. 5/5 is 1. That is the actual time. Plus, that is the lag. That is the extra time. 2/5t. And this lag is causing a delay of 16 minutes. This is what you mean. It means 2/5t is 16 minutes. So what is t? T is 40 minutes. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Shall I consider this absolutely clear? Sir, can we use the very same thing over here as well? Yes, absolutely. Once again, let's see this. If the speed is 12/11, the time must be 11/12. See, the important thing is not 11/12. It is what's short of 1. When you are saying that 11/12t, it means this is 12 minus 1/12t. This is what you mean. And this, here this 12/12, 12/12t is t, that is the ideal time, minus, you are reaching early, 1/12. The meaning of this question is that 1/12 is this. So 1/12t is 5 minutes. So t 60 minutes. Game over. Question is finished within 10 seconds. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you guys? From my side, put up a double star on this. This time difference concept is very, very important. I think each one of you have understood every single bit of information, whatever we have discussed. Is it fine, guys? Is it clear? Right? Fabulous. Right? Great. Well done. It's good to see that you have understood the concept. Why then? Why is it so dull? Why we are? Is it like, are we getting bored? Why we are feeling so lethargic? Why only a few people are responding? I want you people to write this. Formal education will make you living. Just remember this. This is the statement said by, this is not my statement. This is the statement said by Mr. Jim Rohn, the great Jim Rohn. Formal education will help you make a living. On the contrary, self-education will make you earn fortune. Even when you reach IIT, even when you reach public sector, do make sure that you educate yourself by reading newspapers, by reading magazines, by reading whatsoever you can. Readers are leaders, right? Mr. Jim Rohn has said that success is not something that you pursue. Pursue is to chase. So success is not something that you pursue, you chase. Now listen to the second part of this. Success is something that you attract by becoming an attractive person. Whoa. What is the meaning of an attractive person? The person who has got the skill. When I said about the attractive person, it doesn't only mean by the sheer look of yours. I'm not talking about the morphology. I'm talking about what is inside that. So success is not something that you pursue. Success is something that you attract by becoming an attractive person. Sir, it means that I have to work on myself. Absolutely. And that is why I always say the external environment is insignificant. It's immaterial. And that is what memento mori, I told you earlier as well. Memento mori is life, is death is inevitable. So in our life, we are surrounded by so many opinions. None of us should bother us. None of us should concern us. So what should concern me? Mr. Ron, Lao Tzu and Confucius as well. More or less this is what they said. You become what you think. I want people to write this in the comment box. I become what I think. I want people to write this in the comment box. I become what I think. I become what I think. And then there comes many different things. Psychology of human mind, conscious mind, subconscious, unconscious. There are many different things. There are many layers to it. What happens in the cortex, neocortex, limbic, all those things. Why? When you have a why, that has got a deeper impact in your brain rather than what and how. That is why, there's a scientific proven reason. When you have your why, it has got a much deeper impact in your brain than how and what and how. And that is why is always more important than what and how. Why you want to work so hard? Why you want to have a better life? Why I should not sleep and work hard? Why should I get up so early? Why? That why is important. And you know what? That why is extremely personal. That why is extremely personal. You want to work hard to challenge your limitations. Sir, I want to reach the peak of my abilities. I want to challenge myself as an individual. I want to see what is that I possess, irrespective of the fact, whatever the outcome I get. Sir, I want to do it just for my dad. I want to do it for my mom. I want to do it for my younger sister, my brother, my siblings. I want to have respect in society. That is what I want. But whatever that is, it's very personal. The point is, what's your why? And to extrapolate this particular point, these are the 4 most important questions of human life. Listen to this very, very carefully. This is what Mr. Ron said. Listen to this. This is what Mr. Ron said. This is not my question. These are not my questions, but these are really worthy points. I think I should share this. Mr. Ron said, what is your why? Why you want to work so hard? Why you want to take this tough fight? Why you should walk till you find your OSS? Why, and why? That is extremely personal. Second question, why not? Why not I fight like this? Why not? Why not just to see how far I can reach? Why not see what my state is? Why not see what is the amount of fire I possess? The third question, why not you? The third question is, why not you? If anybody can, you can. If anybody can make it happen, you can make it happen. If anybody can do it, you can also do it. It's all about skills. Either we have the skills or we don't have the skills. If we have the skills, we need to sharpen and hone those skills. If we don't have the skills, we'll learn those skills and then we sharpen and hone the skills. But the game remains the same. What is the rule of the game? You have to have the skill. It is not just being desiring. We need to become deserving. From desiring to deserving, you need to have the skill. If you don't have the skill, you have to have the resilience to fight for those skills. Last and the final question. Why not you? And the final question, why not now? Eckhart Tolle said, this is what you are left with. Your life is right here, right now. The past is already done and dusted. Nobody has seen the future. Let's do it without any procrastination. Without any further procrastination, let's decide, I will fight right here, right now. Think of this. If you decide it, who will going to stop you? Nobody can. Nobody has got the audacity to stop a person who don't want to give up, who has got the resilience to fight back, who has got the tenacity and the audaciousness to not to give up and fight every single time when he's down and out. There is no glory in mediocrity. Don't join the easy crowd. I want you people to write in the comment box, I will not join the easy crowd. Go ahead. I want you people to write in the comment box, I will not join the easy crowd. And do remember this, don't join the easy crowd. Shall we proceed further, guys? Is everybody clear with whatever we have discussed till now? Is everybody clear with whatever we have discussed till now? Promise yourself that you will not join the easy crowd. There's no glory in that. Go where the demand, where the expectation is high, where the pressure is high. Because there you will see something called value. You will make your value. Great, absolutely. Let's start then. Let's move to the last part of this, and that is called relative speed. This is called relative speed. So what is relative speed? Listen to this. In a very simple language, for example, let's suppose I'm standing over here and you are walking right in front of me. Your speed is 3 km/h and you walked in front of me. Right now, this is your absolute speed. You know why? Because this is your speed. I saw this and I said, your speed is 3 km/h. You know why? Because the person who said about your speed, he is in rest. So speed of an individual with someone who is in rest, complete rest. So in that case, this is your absolute speed. But on the contrary, you are walking right in front of me, and if I start to walk with whatever speed, and then if I said something, this is your speed with respect to someone who is also moving, whether in your direction or in the opposite direction. and that is what the relative speed is. Speed of an individual with respect to someone who's also moving. That's it. As simple as this. We must have experienced this in some form or the other. Like what? Whenever we have taken a train, in a platform, let us suppose there's a train and there is another train right beside you. If both trains are moving at the same speed, you saw the person, the other person saw you. Then again you saw the person, the other person saw you. Then again you saw the person, pagal hai kya? Then you saw at the platform. And then you actually realize both the trains are moving at the same speed, right? Right? So, here in this case, when both the bodies are moving in the same direction, one of the bodies is moving at a speed of x kilometer per hour and this is y kilometer per hour. More than the writing, what I'm about to write, plus or minus, the important thing is what it signifies. So when both the bodies are moving in the same direction, it is the relative speed is x minus y kilometer per hour. But what exactly it means? It means speed of a body with respect to someone who is not in rest, who is either moving in the same direction or in the opposite direction. When I also move in the same direction, then it is minus. But on the contrary, when I move in the opposite direction, let us suppose the speed of the body is x kilometer per hour and the speed of this body is y kilometer per hour. Here in this case, the average speed would be x plus y kilometer per hour. Is it fine, everybody? I want you people to draw this, to write this. Actually, there's nothing like drawing. And then we'll discuss. Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine, everybody? The two bodies must be in motion. Yes, absolutely. Yes. With respect to another body, that the who has written this? Rishi Raj. With respect to other body, the other body is also in motion. Right? Great. Yeah. I think we should proceed then. Let's take a very beautiful, very basic example. Let us suppose right now it is winter in India. So you can see fog, right? Fog, not smog. By the way, AQI, air quality index. When you talk about air quality index, there are certain parameters, and especially even UN as well. They measure AQI, air quality index, and carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur and its oxides, nitrogen and its oxides, PM, particulate matter 2.5 and 10, lead. These are the things which decide the quality of air. These are things which decide the quality of air we are breathing, right? So let us suppose in this winter morning you are taking a walk. Listen to this. Don't write anything, just listen to this. Just enjoy the show. This is you are. And you are taking a walk. And furthermore, you reached over here. And then finally you reached here. Meanwhile, what has happened? There was a carriage, a wagon. You know what a wagon? A small truck, right? When you were walking, your speed was 3 kilometer per hour. Just look at this, how I have placed this. I said it's a morning fog and you were walking at a brisk pace and your speed was 3 kilometer per hour. When I said this, your speed was 3 kilometer per hour, what is that I meant? What is that I meant? This is speed of the men. This is the absolute speed, right? Now listen to this. This question will give you a very good understanding. Listen to this. Then there is a carriage. There's a trolley. It was coming right behind you. Then it was beside you. Then it was what? Beside you. B-E-S-I-D-E. B-E-S-I-D-E-S. IIT has asked the difference between these two words. I want you people to find it. IIT has already, GATE has already, in GATE, the difference between these two words has already been asked. Long back, the difference between these two words were already asked in CAT as well. So this question becomes automatically important. Besides. I can eat any flavor of ice cream beside vanilla or besides vanilla. who buy and eat vanilla flavor ice cream. Vanilla flavored ice creams have a destiny. Marriage. We are supposed to eat vanilla flavored ice creams in marriage. And there we eat the entire, the giant family pack. Nobody buy and eat vanilla flavored ice cream. Right? So what has happened over here? Here, let us suppose this wagon is just beside you. And then it moved ahead. And then, sir, why are you drawing like this? I'll let you know. Then you said a very specific statement. Now listen to this, what you said. You said, this wagon was visible to me for 100 meters. You are saying this. This wagon was visible to me for 100 meters and for next 4 minutes. Listen to this. You are walking at a speed of 3 km per hour. Okay. Then there was a wagon which crossed you, and meanwhile you are also walking. You said this wagon was visible to me for 100 meters, 4 minutes. Now listen to this and let's understand two scenarios. If you would have been saying this statement and at that time you were at rest, there was a wagon, zoop, that wagon was visible to me for 100 meters and 4 minutes. If you would have said this statement and at this time you were in standstill posture, let us suppose, in that case this would have been speed of this carriage. But right now when you said this statement, you are also moving, and that is why this is speed of the carriage with respect to men, and that is what the relative speed is. Can you able to understand what I said? And that is what the relative speed is. Speed of the carriage with respect to someone who is also moving. That is what relative speed is. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Forget about the values. I'm not concerned about the values. I'm not concerned about the answer. The idea is to make you understand this. That's it. Values छोड़ो ना. Value तो आ ही जाना है. Value का क्या होना है? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Right? Is it fine, everybody? Right. Listen to this. Both you and the wagon, you guys are moving in the same direction, and that is why definitely we need to subtract the speeds, right? Here, what is the relative speed? Speed of the carriage with respect to men. And what is that? Speed of the carriage minus the speed of the men. This is the relative speed. So speed of the carriage with respect to men. Sir, can you repeat this once again? Yeah, I will. You were walking. So you were walking. This is the speed. Speed of the men. And what is that? This is 3 km per hour. Then I said, let us suppose if you were at standstill posture, and then there is a wagon, and this wagon crossed you, and at that time when you were at standstill, you said the statement, this wagon was visible to me for 100 meters for 4 minutes. But the moment you declared this, you were at standstill posture. If this would have been the reality, this, what you said, would have been speed of the carriage. But because when you said the statement, you were also in moving condition, this automatically means that you are talking about relative speed. And in addition to this, when you were in moving condition and you said the statement, that is what relative speed is. Because you were in the same direction, that is why minus. If you would have said the same statement and the wagon would have been moving like this and you were moving like this, and if you would have said the same statement, just the same scenario, we would have written plus over here. Now is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear, guys? It's a very nice question. It's a very beautiful, very nice question. Is it clear to each and every one of you? If I would have been, if you were standing still and you said the statement, this is your speed. This is speed of the wagon. Because the wagon is moving and so are you, automatically this is relative speed. If you both of you guys, the wagon and you are moving in the same direction, minus. Opposite direction, plus. Right? Absolutely. So ultimately, what do we know? We know distance is equals to speed into time, and therefore speed is distance upon time. So here in this case, speed of the carriage with respect to men. What is that? Distance traveled upon time taken. But what is that? 100 meter upon 4 minutes. But we cannot do calculation like this. So let's divide it by 1000 and let's divide this by 60. 150 did. Okay, oh, that's easy. That's quite easy. 1.5 kilometer per hour. So this is speed of the carriage and this is 3 kilometer per hour. So all in all, what is the speed of the carriage? So speed of the carriage would be 1.5 plus 3, that is 4.5 kilometer per hour. Now is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear, guys? I told you that this is a very beautiful question. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Absolutely. Is it clear to each and every one of you? And you won't believe, this is a very beautiful and at the very same time easy as well, easy question. And this question was asked in CAT. I told you earlier as well, I don't take any question unless and until either it is asked in some or the other exam or is it somewhat significant to your exam. Otherwise, I don't take those questions. The only thing is I take a bigger spectrum. I take questions from different exams, not just Indian exams, the exams which take place in India, but other than that, GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, IELTS, PT, SAT, all these exams as well. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Absolutely. Have you understood this question? Have you understood everything about what you call the relative speed? Is it clear to all? Right? Sir, but can we take another very basic question? Let's take that. Let's take then. You won't believe, long back in your engineering services, they asked an absolute laddu. Laddu? Laddu matlab? Asan, easy. This is what they asked. I don't know, somehow, the train platform and these kind of things, I don't know, somehow IIT, the GATE paper, IIT is somewhat infatuated towards train, gate, train, platform, men. So let's take this concept. Right? Let's take this concept for once and all. Let us suppose this is a train. Okay. This is a train. And here it is. This train is moving. So here we have a train. Okay. Let us suppose this train is, what's this? Where I will be taking 2-3 concepts and these concepts which I'm about to take, it will take me around about 8 minutes to 9.5 minutes. But every single point, whatever I'm going to say, is very important for your GATE exam. They've already asked this concept in your exam, right? Now listen to this. Let us suppose the length of this train, I'm writing it as length of the train. So I'm writing it as LT. Length of the train, let us suppose, is 140 meter. Let us suppose the length of the train is 140 meter. And the speed of, let's take the speed as, let's take 36 kilometer per hour. Let us suppose the speed of the train is 36 kilometer per hour. That's great, that's fine. And if this train starts to move, listen to this very, very carefully. And then there is a telegraph pole. The height of this telegraph pole is 2 meters. The height of this telegraph pole is also given. And you have been asked, how long does it take? How long does it take for this train to cross the telegraph pole? How long does it take for this train to cross the telegraph pole? I want people to underline that word cross. And now listen to this. The very first thing, when you have written 36 km per hour, it means 36 into 5 by 18, and that means 10 meter per second. So this is the speed. That's fine. An absolute superfluous information is the height of this telegraph pole. There is no need of this height. Any which ways, train will not going to take off, right? So this train will not going to move like this. So when you use the word that it should cross, now listen to this very, very carefully. Whether it is a men or a telegraph pole, let's make it a small concept. So let's write train and a men or a telegraph pole. So the very first concept that we are about to discuss is train and men or telegraph pole. Listen to this very, very clearly. When can we say that the train crossed the men or the telegraph pole? Like this. To cross, the train should travel like this. So here is the train, and then furthermore this train moves like this, and when this situation comes, don't get carried away, don't get defocused. I need almost 15 minutes. You need to be absolutely focused for the next 15 minutes, right? And you will understand every single thing, right? Every single thing related to train and all these things. Don't get carried away, guys. So this is the train. There's the train. So this thing right from what? Right from this part. Right from the front of the train. This is the front of the train to the back of the train. This in real terms is called crossing. Whether it is a telegraph pole or you are standing here or a man is standing here. So you mean to say that, sir, if this is the telegraph pole and this is the train. No, this is actually too big. Yeah, let's take this. If this is the telegraph pole and this is the train, this from here it started and this. Now the train has crossed. Is it clear, buddy? Is it clear to all? So this is the meaning of crossing. So when you say distance, so when you say distance is equals to speed into time. So how long does it take? How long does it take to cross the telegraph pole? So actually what is involved is length of the train upon speed of the train. That is it. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? In case of a men, or in case of a men, or in case of telegraph pole, this is what it means. So here in this case, 140 meter upon, what is the speed? 10 meter per second. It will take 14 seconds to cross the telegraph pole. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear, guys? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Sir, does IIT ever ask this? 2016 ISE Bangalore has asked this. I'll give you the question. First of all, is it clear to each and every one of you? Make it fast, guys. Make it fast. Quick. Make it fast. Yes, it will take 14 seconds. Yes, absolutely. Indeed, it will. So it will take 14 seconds to cross the telegraph pole, right? So in case of a men or a telegraph pole, this is what is going to happen, right? ISE Bangalore in the year 2016, they have given this particular question. Let's see this. Yeah, let's. So the year was 2016. IISc Bangalore. This is what they have said. They have said that it takes 10 seconds and 15 seconds respectively, right? Sir, why we have given height of the pole? Just to confuse you. Just to confuse you, believe me. Many a times in ES, engineering services, they give height of the pole. There's no meaning. What we will do with this? If you take this pole down, now this will become a platform, and then the length will be significant, and that we'll discuss, don't worry. Okay, Shubhangi, Siddharth, sir, if pole width is 1 meter, it's not about 1 meter, it is also that what is the width of the train. 140 meters is the width of the train, so even if it is 1 meter, it will become insignificant. It is about the significance. So yeah, the same thing we used to discuss in mechanics as well, right? Fine. So it's about the significance of the number. Fine. Listen to this. Now let's make it fast. So it was given that I'm not going to touch that either. I'm not going to touch this question. Either you will tell me the answer, I'll leave this question, right? So they have said that it take 10 seconds and 15 seconds. For what? This is what IISc Bangalore has said in the year 2016. They said it takes 10 seconds and 15 seconds respectively for the two trains traveling at a different constant speed. It takes 10 seconds and 15 seconds for the two trains who are traveling at different constant speed. If the length of the train is 120 meter and if the length of the train is 120 meter and 150 meter, if the length of the train is length of the train first and length of the train second is this, the time taken by the first train 1 kar deta hu, and this. So what is that they've asked? This is what they've asked, the magnitude of the difference of the two speeds. That is, they wanted you to find the speed of the first train, speed of the second train, and just the difference between the two. Either you will tell me the answer or we will leave this question. This is the actual question which was asked in the year 2016. Make it fast, guys. Make it fast, guys. Quick, 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 quick. We will take spatial, don't worry. We will take spatial. Spatial I'll take in verbal and reasoning. Great, well done, that's it. Right? I promised you guys I'll take spatial, don't worry about it. So distance is equals to speed into time. That's nice. So what is the speed? Speed is distance upon time. Oh, that's great. If this is the case, the distance is here the length. So it would be 120 upon 10 and thus this is 12 meter per second. On the contrary, in the second case, it will be 150 upon what? 15 and that is 10 meter per second. And then we are supposed to find the difference between the two. Oh, sorry, yaar. We are supposed to find the difference between the two. So 12 minus 10, that is 2 meter per second. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, guys? Is it fine to each and every one of you? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, 12 minus 10. Nice. I think it is clear to each and every one of you. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Nice. And considering the length of the width of the telegraph pole, that if that width is that significant, then we have to add, right? And that is called train and platform. I want you people to write this, train and platform. Train and platform. Let's see this. Let us suppose there is a train. So this is the train. Now listen to this. And then there is a platform. Right? Don't miss anything what I said. This length of the train is, I have written it as this, and speed of the train, and this is length of the platform. Great. Now let's see. The time taken to cross the platform. Listen to this. When you say that the time taken to cross the platform, this is what it means. This is what it means. Don't miss this. This is how the train enters the platform. Okay. Furthermore, this train moves like this. Okay. And then finally this train comes out of the platform. So what is the meaning of this? This is what it means. We know distance is equals to speed into time. So time taken to cross the excuse me. Time taken to cross the platform would be equals to distance upon speed. But what distance? Here distance means length of the train plus length of the platform upon speed of the train. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? So the doubts what you are asking, oh sorry, this is good enough to answer. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? So which part played significance over here? This length, right? So any which ways, if they want, yeah, they want you people to add the platform length is substantial. They let you know, like the length of the platform is substantial. We'll take this example. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? So sir, you mean to say that, let us suppose if there is a train. So if there is this train, let us suppose if there is this train and then there is a platform. Yeah, there is a platform And in addition to this, there is a man who is standing in there is a man who is standing here in the platform, right? You have to answer, sir, was this asked anytime? Yes, 2014. This question was asked in the year 2014. Who made the paper? IIT Kharagpur. IIT Kharagpur made the paper. IIT Kharagpur made this paper. You have to answer this. Here it was mentioned that the length of this train, is 280 meter. 280. It was mentioned that the length of the train is 280 meter, right? Listen to this. And then the train travels at a uniform speed. The length of the train is 280 meters and this train travels at a uniform speed. After this, it has been told that it crosses the platform in 60 seconds. You have to find the answer. So it crosses what? The platform. It crosses the platform in 60 seconds. And there's a man who was in standstill posture. This train crosses let's take green. And this train crosses this man in 20 seconds. Oh, now this is just a cakewalk, man. What is the length of the platform? They've just asked the length of the platform. Can we find the answer? Length of the platform. This is what they have asked. This is what IIT Kharagpur had asked in the year 2014. I think this is good enough. We are good enough to find the answer of this. First of all, let's consider train and you. That is the men. Okay. Here in this case, length of the train we are aware of. We are aware of the time. What we know, distance is equals to speed into time. So speed of the train would be equals to distance upon time, which is length of the train upon time taken to cross this man. What is the length of the train? The length of the train is equals to 280 meter upon time taken is 20 seconds. So all in all, 1414 meter per second. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Absolutely. Well done. Great to see. So I think it is absolutely fine. Finally, the last one. The train and the platform. So in case of train and platform, what is the difference? The difference is the significance of the length of the platform. That is it, right? So what we know, distance is equals to speed into time. What is the distance? Length of the train plus length of the platform is equals to speed of the train upon time taken. So what is that we should write here? What is length of the train? 280 meter. Length of the platform, that is what we are searching for. What is speed of the train? 14. And what is the time taken? 60. Absolutely. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Yes. 14 into 6 is 84. So 840 minus 280 is 560. So length of the platform is equals to 560 meter. Is it clear to each and every one of you now? Is it fine, everybody? Yes, absolutely. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Make it fast, guys, make it fast. I think it is, right? Right, is it? So we have discussed train and platform, train and men, train and telegraph pole. So telegraph pole or men, they are absolutely same. So we started like this: train and telegraph pole, train and men, both are same. And then train and platform. Okay. In case of train and men or telegraph pole, the important part was length of the train is actually the distance. On the contrary, in case of platform, length of the train, there is one more length, and that is length of the platform as well. Right? Let's take one more point. And what is that? Let's take the third case, but I'll give you the question and you have to answer. Let us suppose once again there is a train. Okay. The very same train. That's fine. So this is length of the train. Okay. Then there is platform. Then there is platform as well. Okay. So this is length of the platform. Now listen to this. Then there is a guy. We know like train and men, we know this. Now what else we can have? This guy can start to run either in this direction or in this direction. Just to make you understand, when he run in this direction, I'm writing it first and this is second. So let's compare train and this first direction when he is running in the same direction as train, and this when he is running at the opposite direction of the train. Sir, this is absolutely easy. This is very, very easy. How come? Relative speed, that's it. So now when you talk about train and men, I'm taking the very first case. That is when this man is running in this direction. Very easy, but still I just want to tell you guys once. Speed into time. Here when you say speed, it means relative speed. Here there is a catch with the relative speed. Why? Because both the bodies are moving. Okay, nice. So time taken would be distance upon speed, but what kind of distance? Length of the train upon. Because I have taken this case, this as the first case. So both these bodies are moving in the same direction. So plus or minus, relative speed plus or minus. Make it fast. Make it fast, guys. Make it fast. Come on, make it fast. If both the bodies are moving in the same direction, if both the bodies are moving in the same direction, plus or minus? Absolutely minus. So what is that? Length, speed of the train and speed of the men. What else can happen if both these bodies move in the opposite direction? That is, let me take the second case. I'll be taking this one. When train and then there is a men. This guy is moving in this direction, which I have referred as 2. Yeah, what will happen? The similar kind of thing. Distance is equals to speed into time. The only difference here is, once again, the speed means relative speed. But what is the difference? When you say relative speed, because both the bodies are moving in the opposite direction, it means that you have to add the 2 speeds, right? Is it fine? Is it clear to each and every one of you? This is length of the train. And here in case of speed, you have to add the 2 speeds. Speed of the train and speed of the men. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Yes, absolutely. Plus, it will be plus. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. So let's make things a bit more adventurous. Let me give you a question. You have to solve and post it in the comment box, right? I'm not going to tell you this. You have to solve and so write the data properly. I think we have understood this, right? So not both the cases. One of the case was asked in the year 2018. Who made this paper? IIT Guwahati, yeah. IIT Guwahati made this paper. 2018, IIT Guwahati has given the paper. So I'm letting you know the question which was asked, and you have to solve on your own, and you have to post the detailed answer in the comment box. Listen to this. What was given? It was said that the train, from the time the train enters the platform, it takes 25 seconds. From the time, I think I should rip this. So from the time a train enters the platform, it takes 25 seconds. I should rub this as well, actually. Yeah. Now this is absolutely fine. I'll tell you everything. Yeah. So this was given. So from the time the train enters the platform, it takes 25 seconds. It takes 25 seconds to come out of the platform. It means time taken to cross the platform, as simple as this, right? So it takes 25 seconds to cross the platform. The train is traveling at a constant speed of, I'm not taking any number, the number which was given by IIT, let's take the very same number actually. The speed was 54 km per hour. Let's not take this different number, let's take the very same number. So the speed was 54 km per hour. So it takes 25 seconds for the train to come out of the platform. The speed of the train is 54 km per hour, and then it takes 14 seconds to pass a man. Okay, it takes 14 seconds to pass a man. But now there is a catch. This man is running at a speed of 9 km per hour in the same direction as the train. Which color should I take? Green. This 9 km per hour. So this guy was running at a speed of 9 km per hour. Nice. So now there is a guy who was running at a speed of 9 km per hour in the same direction. So it takes 14 seconds to cross him. So this is how the situation panned out. How the situation has actually panned out. There's a train which is running at a speed of 54 km per hour. Great. It takes 25 seconds for the train to come out of the platform. Okay. And then there is a guy who was running at a speed of 9 km per hour in the same direction as the train. And the train takes 14 seconds to cross this man. What do you have to find? You have to find length of the train and length of the, you have to find length of the train and you have to find length of the platform. Shall I consider? You can do it. Shall I consider each one of you? That is not given. Shall I consider? I think this is quite easy. Yeah, speed of the train is given, speed of the man is given, and time is given. You can find the length of the train. Once you get length of the train plus length of the platform, and time is given. So you can find everything. Is it clear, everybody? Shall I consider? We can solve this. Is it absolutely perfect? Great, right? I think we can definitely solve this, right? Great. No, 462 is not correct. Check your answer. You need to post a detailed answer in the comment box. This is not my question. This question was asked in the year 2018 by IIT Guwahati. So whatever we have discussed so far, is it clear to each and every one of you? Whatever we have discussed so far, is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. So other than this, what you guys can do, to those people who are absolutely genuine aspirants, to those people who are really want to walk that extra mile, to those people who really want to surpass the level of the exam, I have conducted one special class yesterday. I will be taking one more special class today, and I will be taking another special class tomorrow as well, other than these classes which I am taking right now. So this is, but let me give you a disclaimer very, very clearly. The level of the difficulty in those classes, in those three classes, the one which I have already taken, and the one which I am going to take today and tomorrow, will be slightly on the higher side. So straight away I am giving you the disclaimer. The disclaimer is the class is only for those people who really want to study. So in these 6 hours, I will be discussing the best of GATE aptitude. The best of GATE aptitude, it means the question that has already been asked, but they have some flair and flamboyance, or which I believe are really important questions to you, and other than this, we'll be discussing GATE aptitude strategies as well. So for this, what you guys can do, I have already shared the link for today's class. The class will be at 2, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Right? The class will be at 2 p.m. on Unacademy app. So meanwhile, you can install the app. I will share the link to you guys once again, and we can meet at 2 p.m. Any which ways, we'll be meeting at 10 p.m. late evening as well. And I have posted one more special class for you guys, and that is the Vocab Masti class today at 6 p.m. as well. So I think these are good enough. I think these classes are good enough, right? So I think if you really went through all the classes which I have taken, and if you go through all these classes which I'm about to take, the chances are you'll end up getting very good marks, right? So very good, Harsh, nice. So shall I consider that whatever we have discussed, we are clear. I'll take work and time and board stream. Tomorrow is my last class, so I'll take that, don't worry. Right? Is it clear, buddy? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right, absolutely. Finally, before ending the class, I want people to write in the comment box, I am powerful beyond measures. Make sure you write this in the comment box. I am powerful beyond measures. See you guys at 2 in the evening. I am powerful beyond measures. Bye bye, buddy. Good day. Take care. Jai Hind.